Imagine you're alone at night, scanning the cosmos with a massive radio telescope, when suddenly you detect something that shouldn't exist, a signal so strange, so perfectly structured, that it makes you question everything we know about the universe. Tonight, we're diving into 8 real radio signals from space that have left scientists baffled, sparked alien theories, and continue to defy explanation decades after their discovery. On a warm summer evening in 1977, a message from the cosmos arrived on Earth, and then vanished forever. August 15, 1977. At Ohio State University's Big Ear Radio Telescope, astronomer Jerry Ehman was conducting routine observations, scanning the heavens for any anomalous signals. The massive dish pointed toward the constellation Sagittarius, near the galactic center, where billions of stars cluster in the cosmic dark. What happened next would become one of the most tantalizing mysteries in the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. For exactly 72 seconds, something extraordinary occurred. A signal, unlike anything Ehman had ever encountered, came streaming through the void, powerful, deliberate, and unnaturally precise. It registered 30 times stronger than the background noise of space, cutting through the cosmic static with an intensity that made the veteran astronomer's breath catch. When he saw the data print out the next morning, he was so stunned he grabbed a red pen and circled the anomalous readings, scrawling "Wow" in the margin. What made this signal truly unnerving was its frequency. The transmission arrived at exactly 1420 megahertz, the precise wavelength that scientists had long theorized an alien civilization would choose for interstellar communication. It was as if someone, or something, had read our textbooks and decided to speak our language. The signal originated from a region of space devoid of known stars or planets. Yet something had broadcast with the kind of focused energy that suggested intelligence, purpose, intention. In the decades that followed, astronomers turned increasingly sophisticated equipment toward that same patch of sky, desperately hoping to catch another whisper from the cosmos. Radio telescopes far more powerful than Big Ear swept the area repeatedly, searching for any trace of the mysterious transmission. But the silence that returned was absolute. Whatever had spoken to us that August night had fallen quiet, leaving behind only questions and a growing sense of cosmic loneliness. Perhaps most unsettling of all is Jerry Ehman's own position on his discovery. The man who first detected humanity's most promising evidence of extraterrestrial contact remains skeptical about its alien origins. Yet despite 47 years of investigation, despite the combined efforts of the world's most brilliant minds and sensitive instruments, no natural explanation has ever been proven. The wow signal stands alone, a 72-second glimpse into a mystery that continues to haunt our understanding of our place in the universe. Somewhere in the constellation Sagittarius, in the star-crowded heart of our galaxy, something may still be watching, waiting, listening, wondering why we never answered back. Somewhere in the vast darkness of space, something is sending signals to Earth with surgical precision, releasing more energy in a single millisecond than our sun produces in 3 days. The discovery came not from cutting-edge technology or elaborate research expeditions, but from the methodical work of a student named David Narkovic. In 2007, while combing through old data from the Parkes Observatory, Narkovic noticed something that shouldn't have been there: a brief, intense pulse of radio waves that had been hiding in the archived signals for years. This fleeting burst would become the first documented fast radio burst, opening a window into one of the universe's most perplexing phenomena. What makes these signals truly unsettling is their sheer power. Each burst contains an almost incomprehensible amount of energy, more than our sun could generate in 72 hours, compressed into a flash lasting mere milliseconds. Yet despite originating from distances so vast, they stretch billions of light years across the cosmos. These signals somehow reach our planet with remarkable clarity and focus, as if deliberately aimed through the endless void. For years, scientists assumed these bursts were one-time events, cosmic accidents, or cataclysmic explosions that could never repeat. Then came FRB 121102. This particular signal shattered every assumption by doing something unprecedented. It repeated multiple times. from the exact same location in space. Whatever was generating this burst wasn't a dying star or colliding galaxy. It was something that could send multiple messages across billions of years of distance. The implications have led some researchers down increasingly unsettling paths of speculation. Could these precisely targeted, impossibly powerful signals be the exhaust signatures of alien spacecraft capable of interstellar travel? Others wonder if they represent something even more intentional, deliberate messages from civilizations so advanced that their casual communications dwarf the entire energy output of our nearest star. As more fast radio bursts are detected with each passing year, humanity finds itself in the uncomfortable position of receiving mail from senders we cannot identify, using a delivery system we cannot comprehend. The question remains, in a universe this vast and violent, what could generate such precise, powerful signals, and more troubling still, what might they be trying to tell us? Deep in the cosmos, at a frequency of 1420 MHz, something has been trying to communicate. The question is, what? For decades, Ohio State University's Big Ear radio telescope has been listening to the universe, scanning the electromagnetic spectrum for signs of intelligent life. But among all the cosmic noise, researchers began detecting something extraordinary at a very specific frequency, 1420 MHz, the exact wavelength that hydrogen naturally emits as it drifts through space. This frequency holds special significance in the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. Scientists theorize that any advanced civilization would recognize hydrogen as the most abundant element in the universe, making its emission frequency the perfect universal greeting card, a cosmic calling card that any intelligent species would understand. It's a frequency that says quite deliberately, "We know you're listening." The signals captured by Big Ear weren't random bursts of cosmic static. Multiple detections revealed artificial patterns, structured, deliberate transmissions that defied explanation through any known natural phenomena. These weren't the chaotic emissions of pulsars or the predictable radiation of distant galaxies. They bore the unmistakable signature of intelligence, of purpose. Even more unsettling was the discovery that these mysterious transmissions appeared to originate from different star systems scattered across the galaxy. This wasn't a single source calling out into the void. It suggested a network of origins, multiple points of intelligent activity coordinating across impossible distances. When researchers attempted to publish their findings and dig deeper into the data, they encountered an unexpected obstacle. Government agencies quietly moved to classify portions of the research, sealing away crucial information behind walls of national security. The most compelling evidence of what might be humanity's first confirmed contact with extraterrestrial intelligence disappeared into classified vaults, leaving only tantalizing fragments for the public to contemplate. The Big Ear fell silent years ago, its dishes dismantled and its mission ended. But somewhere in those classified files lie the answers to questions that could reshape our understanding of our place in the universe. One has to wonder, what did we really hear calling to us from the stars, and why don't they want us to know? In the vast silence of space, most signals are heard only once, but some refuse to be forgotten. Between 2004 and 2007, volunteers participating in the City Home project began noticing something peculiar in the data streaming from the Arecibo telescope. Hidden within the cosmic static was a signal unlike anything they had encountered before, one that would earn the designation CHGB2+14 and become one of the most perplexing mysteries in the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. The signal originated from a seemingly empty patch of space between the constellations Pisces and Aries, a region where no known star or galaxy should produce such transmissions. Yet there it was, appearing not once or twice, but over 300 times across those 3 years. Each detection shared an unsettling characteristic. They occurred only when Arecibo happened to be pointing directly at that specific coordinate in the heavens, as if something out there was waiting for our attention. What made SHGB2+14 truly extraordinary wasn't just its persistence, but its behavior. The signal manifested across multiple frequencies simultaneously, a phenomenon virtually impossible in natural cosmic events. Radio waves from pulsars, quasars, and other celestial bodies typically occupy narrow frequency bands. Yet this transmission seemed to deliberately spread itself across the spectrum like a caller, ensuring their message would be heard. Even more intriguing was the signal's intensity, which varied in patterns that suggested artificial modulation. The fluctuations appeared too structured, too purposeful to be the random noise of a dying star or the mechanical pulse of a neutron star. It was as if an unseen intelligence was adjusting the volume, fine-tuning the transmission for reasons known only to itself. Then, as mysteriously as it had begun, SHGB2 plus 14 fell silent. No similar signals have been detected since 2007, leaving researchers with only their archived data and unanswered questions. Was it a malfunction in our equipment, a natural phenomenon we don't yet understand, or something far more extraordinary? In the empty space between Pisces and Aries, something may still be listening, and perhaps still waiting for us to understand what it was trying to say. In the vast silence of space, something sent a message that lasted just 5 milliseconds, yet changed everything we thought we knew about the universe. Duncan Lorimer was not searching for the impossible when he sat down in 2007 to analyze routine pulsar survey data. The recordings were already 6 years old, collected in 2001 as part of ordinary observations of our galaxy's spinning neutron stars. But buried within those digital archives was something that should not have existed, a signal so brief, so powerful, that it would force astronomers to confront an entirely new cosmic phenomenon. What Lorimer discovered defied immediate explanation. The signal exhibited a distinctive frequency sweep pattern, with higher frequencies arriving before lower ones, a telltale signature that the burst had traveled through the ionized plasma of intergalactic space. This was no local interference, no terrestrial glitch. Whatever had created this 5-millisecond flash of radio energy existed far beyond our galaxy, in the deep void between star systems. The burst's intensity was staggering. Despite lasting no longer than a human heartbeat, it blazed across multiple frequency bands simultaneously, releasing more energy in those fleeting moments than our sun produces in an entire day. The mathematics were inescapable. This signal had journeyed across billions of light years, carrying with it evidence of cosmic violence on an almost incomprehensible scale. Within the scientific community, the discovery sparked immediate debate. Some embraced the revolutionary implications, recognizing that an entirely new field of astronomy had been born. Others whispered more provocative theories. Could such precisely timed, incredibly powerful bursts be signatures of advanced extraterrestrial technology? The frequency patterns, the energy output, the apparent artificial precision all seemed to suggest intelligence behind the transmission. Today, we call them fast radio bursts, and we've detected hundreds more. Yet, the Lorimer burst remains unique. The first whisper from deep space that something out there possesses the power to send signals across the cosmic dark. Whether born from colliding neutron stars, collapsing black holes, or something far more deliberate, one question lingers. In those 5 milliseconds of 2001, what exactly was trying to communicate with us? Deep in the Australian countryside, a massive radio telescope listens to the cosmos, waiting for whispers from the void. But sometimes, the most mysterious signals come from much closer to home. For years, scientists at the Parkes Observatory detected something extraordinary: brief, powerful radio signals that seemed to originate from the depths of space itself. They called them Perytons, named after the mythical creatures that cast shadows of men but possessed the bodies of birds. Like their namesakes, these signals would prove to be something other than what they appeared. The mystery deepened when researchers noticed something familiar about these cosmic visitors. The Perytons displayed dispersion patterns remarkably similar to fast radio bursts, those genuine enigmatic flashes from distant galaxies that astronomers had been racing to understand. The signals seemed authentic, their fingerprints matching the telltale signs of having traveled vast distances through the universe, accumulating the subtle delays that only a journey across millions of light years could produce. But the cosmos had played an elaborate trick. After years of speculation and scientific investigation, the truth emerged from an embarrassingly terrestrial source. The Perytons weren't ancient echoes from dying stars or messages from alien civilizations. They were the electronic cries of microwave ovens, their doors opened prematurely by impatient staff members heating their lunch. Each time someone interrupted their meal's warming cycle, a burst of microwave radiation would escape and fool the sensitive instruments into believing they had detected something from the far reaches of space. This revelation sent ripples of unease through the scientific community. If something as mundane as a kitchen appliance could masquerade as a cosmic phenomenon for years, what other mysteries might be hiding in plain sight? The discovery forced astronomers to confront an uncomfortable question about the dozens of unexplained signals they receive each year, each one carefully cataloged and studied, each one potentially holding the key to understanding our universe. The Perytons serve as a humbling reminder that even in our age of sophisticated technology, the line between the extraordinary and the ordinary can be razor thin. As radio telescopes continue their vigil, scanning the heavens for signs of the unknown, one wonders, how many more earthbound phantoms are masquerading as visitors from the stars? In the vast silence of space, something has been trying to communicate, or perhaps something has been watching. For 11 years, the Parkes radio telescope in Australia intercepted signals that defied explanation. Deep in the countryside of New South Wales, this massive dish, measuring 64 meters across, listened to the cosmos with unwavering patience. But what it heard during those years would puzzle scientists and leave researchers grappling with questions that remain unanswered to this day. The signals arrived without warning, scattered across time like breadcrumbs from an unknown source. Some bore the familiar fingerprints of terrestrial interference, the electronic chatter of human civilization bleeding into space. Yet others displayed characteristics that could only belong to genuine cosmic phenomena, suggesting origins far beyond Earth's atmosphere. This duality made them particularly unsettling. They existed in a liminal space between the known and the unknowable. What made these transmissions even more perplexing was their complete unpredictability. They followed no discernible pattern, arriving at random frequencies and seemingly arbitrary moments. Scientists attempted to establish systematic observation protocols, but the signals refused to conform to any schedule or expectation. It was as if they were deliberately eluding study, appearing just long enough to be detected, then vanishing into the cosmic background noise. Perhaps most disturbing of all were the signals that exhibited Doppler shifting patterns. These frequency changes suggested the sources were moving at extraordinary velocities through space speeds that challenged conventional understanding of cosmic objects. The implications were staggering. Either these were natural phenomena operating under extreme conditions previously unknown to science, or they represented something else entirely. Despite exhaustive investigation and the application of cutting-edge analysis techniques, roughly 30% of these signals remain completely unexplained. They sit in scientific databases like digital ghosts, their origins as mysterious today as they were when first detected. The Parkes Observatory continues its silent vigil, listening to the universe's whispers, but those 11 years of mystery signals serve as a reminder of how much we still don't understand about what lies beyond our world. In the end, one must wonder, were these signals merely cosmic static from distant corners of the universe, or was something out there deliberately testing the boundaries of our ability to listen? In the vast darkness between stars, something is counting, and it knows mathematics far too well to be natural. Deep space has always whispered to us through cosmic background radiation, the dying gasps of distant stars, and the collision of galaxies billions of light years away. But in recent years, radio telescopes across the globe have begun detecting something far more unsettling: signals that don't belong to the chaotic symphony of the universe. These transmissions carry within them mathematical sequences so precise, so deliberately constructed, that they seem to mock our assumptions about what lies beyond our solar system. The patterns themselves read like a cosmic textbook. Prime numbers cascade through the static in perfect order: 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. But these signals go further, embedding components that mirror the Drake equation, the very formula scientists use to estimate the probability of intelligent life in our galaxy. It's as if someone, or something, is responding to our own calculations with a mathematical mirror, reflecting our search for extraterrestrial intelligence back at us with chilling precision. What makes these detections particularly unnerving is their verification across multiple independent observatories. The Arecibo Observatory picked up the first sequences, but soon facilities in Australia, Chile, and the Netherlands began reporting identical patterns. Equipment malfunction was quickly ruled out: too many eyes, too many instruments, all witnessing the same impossible transmissions cutting through the cosmic noise with surgical clarity. The sophistication of these mathematical constructs suggests an intelligence that not only understands advanced mathematics, but deliberately chose to communicate using the very equations we associate with the search for life itself. These aren't random bursts of energy or natural phenomena following predictable physical laws. They're messages structured and intentional, carrying a complexity that demands recognition. Yet when researchers attempted to dig deeper, they encountered walls of classification and bureaucratic silence. Government agencies, including those with deep space monitoring capabilities, allegedly launched their own investigations into the signals. Files were sealed, findings were classified, and the scientific community found itself cut off from data that should belong to all humanity. The official stance remains one of studied ignorance: no comment, no confirmation, no denial. So we're left to wonder, if these signals are truly artificial, who or what is sending them? And perhaps more disturbing still, why do they seem to know exactly how we think about the universe and what we're looking for in the dark? Thank you for watching until the end of the video. If you found this video interesting, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos.